Okay, one update to the previous video is there are two videos I added to the help button. Here's the original video, obviously, and here's a second video from another teacher giving some tips on how he uses it in his classroom. I thought it was pretty well done, and I could see myself using it. Maybe you will too, or maybe it just helps inspire you for how you may want to use the question feature in your classroom. So those two options are available. If you have any comments, again, make sure you put them at the bottom. If you find another video that you think may be helpful to anybody, paste the URL for it in the comment section and share it with us, please, because I think as teachers, the more we share, the better we are for our students. Now, we're going to get on today's topic, which is Edpuzzle. Normally, we would click on this add button and we'd come up here and we'd click on assignment or announcement, but we're not going to do that. We're going to get to that, but it's not going to happen yet. So first thing we need to do is go to edpuzzle.com, and edpuzzle.com, when you get there, it's going to look like this. Now, if you go through this button right here, it's going to take you to a little tutorial. You don't really need to do that. I'm going to take you through it myself and explain what Edpuzzle is. And there's going to also be some other videos in this section that'll help explain some things to you further. Go ahead and click the login button and then click on teacher. Now, because we're going to put it into Google Classroom, we need that link with Google. Thankfully, we have our Google emails with our district, so we're just going to click on that. It's going to take you to your name and your district email address with Google. Remember, you need that email address to use your Google Classroom. So just click on it, and it'll take you right to Edpuzzle. Now, the first thing you want to do is import your classes. You can see I have all mine here. And I went ahead and uploaded Divisadero Tech in there already just to show you how to remove a class, and then I'll show you how to input it. Go ahead and click on it, and then you come up here and you see members. Go ahead and click on members, and you're going to click remove class, and go ahead and do yes. So now you can see Divisadero Tech is no longer there. I want to import it from my Google Classroom, so I'm going to click on this, and it's going to bring up all my Google classes, and look, there's Divisadero Tech. Click on that, and I'm going to import it. And we see down here, here is Divisadero Tech. Now, to bring in my students, I'll click on Divisadero Tech. Up here where it says members, you see that it says 0. I would just click this little button to import whatever students I have into my classroom here in Edpuzzle. So I want to add some content. I want to add some things to my classroom for my students to do. First, you got to make sure you have the right class. If I were to upload a video into first period, okay, and I wanted to share this, I click a share. We'll get to sharing in a minute. But I shared it in third period, it would require my students from first to join third period, and that creates a big hassle. I'm hoping Edpuzzle fixes that feature, but until then, we have to do it one at a time. So I'm going to go to Divisadero Tech, and I see I have no assignments. I'm going to go ahead and click on my content to select what I want to use. Now in Edpuzzle, the kids get to watch a video, they answer questions that go along with the video, and you're able to monitor their understanding of the video live, and I'll put some videos up about that as well. So I'm just going to go ahead and use this video right here, real quick, boom, and I'm going to click Assign Share, and it's going to bring all my classes into here. I'm just going to go ahead and click Divisadero Tech. Now I have two options down here, or superpowers. Prevent skipping. Yes, I want to prevent skipping. I want these students to be able to, 1, not zoom through this and not get the content, and 2, I want them to have the ability to rewind if necessary in those chunks so that they can answer the questions correctly. And then when I monitor that through my grading screen, I'll be able to see who's not getting what points, and we'll get to that in a second. Due date, that is optional for you. I normally don't click it because I do everything in class. But if that's something you want to do, you can do that as well. Then I'm going to click send. Now it says it's here in my classroom, but when I click to my classroom, it's not there. There's an extra step you have to go through, and I don't particularly care for it, but it's something that has to be done. I need to go over here where it says share the assignment, okay, and click it. Now, knowing that I want to share it in my Divisadero Tech, the same video is in my other classrooms. But if I were to click this share button and share this link in from first period in my Divisadero Tech classroom, it's going to require my students from Divisadero Tech to join my first period. I don't want that because that's going to create us a nightmare for grading. So I need to be in my Divisadero Tech class. Now I want to go over here to share, and I want to click my little chalkboard here for Google Classroom. Now, first thing it's going to do is tell me to choose a class. I want Divisadero Tech. Choose action. I do not want to make this an assignment. If I make it an assignment, it's going to make the kids turn in something, and that's not an option I want. And we'll get to that when we get back to the Google Classroom screen. Instead, I want to make it an announcement. And that's an option that's, if you have an associated written assignment that goes along with this, maybe you do want to create an assignment. For my purposes, I really don't want to create an assignment for it, so I just make it as an announcement. And then I'm going to click on Go. And I'm going to enable this number 002 because that's where we are going to put this information, Edpuzzle, and I'm going to put how to in parentheses. And I want to go ahead and click on Post. View. It's going to ask me it just asked me if I want to view this in my classroom. I can go back here or I can click View. It doesn't matter. I'm going to click out of it. When I go back and refresh, there is my assignment. And when I click on it, or if this were the students and they clicked on it, they would click on it, and it would bring them to the screen where they're going to see the video. Now, I'm showing you my example. You're going to have to go through create your own videos and crop the length of the video, which is the timing, and where you want to insert questions at. So yours will vary. This is how mine looks. The kids would press play. As they got to a question, it would pause and require them to answer a question that will come to the right-hand side of the screen. Once they've answered it, it will allow them to continue, and they would have to answer all these questions and then finish the video. Now, in order to monitor that, I can go right here to the progress button, and obviously in those students I can't really monitor progress. I can come here to my TA section, and it's not in there. I must have taken it out. But I can come to this section, go to my first period, and I'm going to be able to check the progress of this. So when I click on progress, it's going to bring it up. But for now, we can go back to my content. And back here in my content, you see all the videos I've created. You can get rid of them. You can keep them. You can create an entire portfolio of videos to use throughout the years. Once you save it, you are able to keep it for as long as you need. However, when you have a video already made and it's already assigned to your classes, if I go back to my classes, once it's assigned to my classes, I cannot edit it. I would have to go through each class, click on delete and delete the video, go to the next class, click delete and delete on the video. So no edits can be done when the video is shared to the classroom. Second thing is, down here in my TAs, I use the TA section in the Google Classroom for a lot of test runs. Before I even give a video to the students or release it to my classes, I release it in my TA section first, and it's not here. What I mean by TA section is if I go to my classes, I go down here, World History Teacher Assistants, I would post it in here, and here's actually one that I did for them. They would take it first, and the reason I do that is if there's any hiccups, if there's any problems, or I did something wrong, they will catch it first. And I usually do this the day before a lesson, because if they catch it first, I can go fix what needs to be fixed, and the following day when the students are working on this in my other classes, they're able to work on this without any interruptions, and it frees me up to either monitor their progress or roam around the class helping them out instead of having to take care of technical issues. If you have any comments, go ahead and leave them down here at the bottom. Also, if you find a link or another video on Edpuzzle you think might be helpful to us, go ahead and just copy and paste it into this comment section. I hope you found this helpful, and we will see you later.